My native regalia means is very symbolic to me. It represents these colors that I use represent the morning sun. It is the morning sun of coming up over the horizon in the east as it represents new day, new energy, new life, and new focus. It's a time in our religious ceremonies that's the most sacred time of day for our native people. It's a time where we energize, where we pray, where we give offerings for the day to come, and we have prayers for the people who need help, who are sick or need energy. It's an opportunity for us to use the new day and harness that energy from the sun. The sun is very symbolic to our people, and so I use these colors that represent the sun. I use the checkerboard to represent two opposing sides of everything in life, the life that we walk. There's two choices on everything. And this represents the balance that we need as people for both good and bad, happy and sadness. And so this regalia is very symbolic, and it represents a lot of things that are close to our native culture and our native people. Hello, I'm your world champion, Wichita War Dancer, and I'm very happy and pleased to be coming to you today from the beautiful state of Kansas. I am a member of the Tohono O'odham and Ponca nations. As a member of the Ponca Nation, I represent a Native American Ponca Southern Plains war dancer. This dance is a dance that imitates the movements of a horse or a stallion or a Mustang. It's a dance that represents our culture and our love and admiration for our four-legged relatives. We believe our four-legged relatives were here before us, and it's through them that they taught us how to live and how to survive out on the prairie. This dance is a dance that brings sacredness to our people, and we're happy to share this dance with all types of cultures throughout the world. I have a deep connection to all of our territories in Kansas, as the origins of our people are represented in this country. In our origins and our own histories, we didn't come from a land bridge. We didn't walk here. We were created here through the earth, through the clay of our Creator. And it is through that clay and earth that grounds us to the nature and the prairies of Kansas. So, like the Cherokee and other tribes of Oklahoma, we were forcibly removed from our native homelands. The Ponca, once from northern Nebraska, had our own Trail of Tears, and we walked right through Kansas to what is present-day Oklahoma. This Kansas territory represents not just a piece of my history, but something that I try to reflect in all of our understanding our multicultural heritage. It's my opportunity to let people know and educate about the plight of the Ponca people as we once traveled through here in Kansas. I stand before you today in Wichita, Kansas, as one time this was the meeting place of many, many tribes, such as the Kaw, the Osage, the Pawnee, the Cheyenne, the Arapaho, and the Kiowa. A lot of our tribes would come in this area with all of these buildings and beautiful city. At one time was home to our native people. We used the lakes and the rivers to follow our game for our food resources. And so being in this town, even though it is an urban setting now, I remember and understand the stories that were passed down from my heritage of my people as we represent to Wichita, Kansas today, and what that means as a history of our people and what we've gone through. Many years ago, on the abatements of these rivers here, there was an opportunity for our people to work together in commerce and be together as one people, regardless of what tribal entity we were from. Much like my ancestors before me, and like all of you have read in our history books, the United States government hasn't been kind to our people. We have survived atrocities after atrocities, such as forcibly removed from our homelands, the boarding school era, and an attempted genocide of our native people. And yet our ancestors persevered. We were resilient people. And today I stand before you as a Native American, happy to represent my native culture, still clinging on to the way things were done in the traditionalist manner back in those days before. And now it is my job and my duty to also continue to carry these traditions by teaching them and preserving them to all of our young children, all of my nieces and nephews, and all of our children, and knowing and having the faith and belief that they too will have the courage to stand up for their culture, their people, and the beauty of who we are as an indigenous people and native culture. I look for the future, and I have happiness in my heart as I see our young children, our young people carrying on and learning the teachings and the ways of all of our ancestors from the old days. Just west of my location in Wichita, where I'm at now, and around Stafford County, there was an old ancient buffalo trail where tens and thousands of buffalo would roam across the plains. It is this place where tribes would come together and hunt and find their food and resources for the harsh winter. Being in a city like Wichita is a deep honor, as I'm always reminded of the heritage and the culture that was here long before Wichita even exists. I'm proud to be a member of a Native American tribe, an indigenous culture, where I remember the sacrifices and the teachings that were passed down from our ancestors. Being in this beautiful city was a vision of the old ones. We knew our times were going to change. We knew things were going to happen. But yet today I stand here before you in my traditional Native attire, my traditional Native regalia, happy to represent on our city streets as we celebrate the new world that we are part of. And yet our Native culture is still intact.
Yahweh.